Hey guys, let's go in on the second collective of the day. So we're going to be using the Oracle of the Seven Energies again. We're going to be using that's for the overall theme. The Tarot of the Golden Wheel is for the actual reading. And then we're going to be using the Rider-Waite-Smith for a clarification. So let's get into it. What is the overall energy for this collective? Overall energy for this collective. Ooh, quieting the mind. Okay. Let's see, number 32. So the number 5 could be important to somebody, the number 3 or the number 2. Let's read the message. Quieting the mind says, meditation as a commitment, the need for silence, peace within despite chaotic outer conditions, letting go of the monkey mind, and mindfulness. Life is chaotic, busy, loud, frenetic, and overwhelming. Some days, all that noise is like the roar of thunder, echoing around you, and it feels as if you're being pummeled by a rainstorm. Isn't this why we take vacations, to get away to somewhere peaceful? In spite of the surrounding din of the world, today you need to slow down and find a bit of peace. So go ahead and take a deep breath right now. Make a commitment to be still, if only for 5 minutes. Again, number 5 is repeated. Count your breaths and be mindful of every one of them. Know that you have all the time in the world to do things that need doing. Everything is perfect as it is. Our core beliefs about the world originate in our thoughts and feelings, which then become our perceptions. If our thoughts are all over the place, that is how we will experience the outer world. But what if the outer world didn't matter at all? What if, at our center, there were a place that is always calm, where the mind doesn't have a million things to say, where problems and challenges aren't nearly as important as we think they are? Today requires you to take an internal break and go to that silent space to regroup. Meditate on the stillness within. Choose a peaceful mind and nothing else. You will be amazed by how easily everything falls into place once you do. Interesting. So, this collective could have to do with somebody possibly being really anxious, overwhelmed, stress. Spirit's trying to convey the message that you need to relax. You need to meditate, okay? Before I move forward with the reading, I want to remind everybody. I was trying to say everyone and everybody, and it was everybody. Sorry. I'm trying to remind everybody that if somebody messages you, even if they have my picture and my name, but they're messaging you and, I was drawn to you for a reading, please don't fall for that. Those are scammers. I would never be messaging you for a reading. Any reader that's a legitimate reader doesn't need to be messaging anybody for readings, okay? So just please keep that in mind. All right, so let's get started. Let's see what today's collective is about. By the way, thank you to everybody who's been signing up for the monthly membership to watch all the part 2s. Everybody who's been following the YouTube channel, the Facebook page, sending stars and donations, commenting, sharing the videos, reacting. All of that helps me so much and supports me. I love you all. All right, Page of Swords. Okay. In the first set. The Devil. Ooh. Oh, no wonder we've got quieting the mind. Okay. Knight of Wheels. And the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. This is my favorite Two of Wands. It's just like, boom. I can hear that in my mind. Okay. This already tells me that somebody, whoever this collective will resonate with, it's somebody who's on an obsessive thought loop. Their mind is trying to grasp something that's different, because the Page of Swords is about stepping outside of your comfort zone when it comes to ideas, questioning maybe something that they've always believed, or like, let's say this is somebody who had always believed that they were going to be a musician growing up, and they put in all this work, they went to school for music, they did everything, and then something has drastically changed. Maybe they're just, it's like something is shifting in their mind. It's not like I hope that they didn't go through any accident that changed that. I feel like it's more a state of mind is changing. And it's causing this disruption from their usual train of thought. But it's like this loop keeps going and going in somebody's brain because this is so new that it's a thought that's trying to like sink in, and they're getting obsessive over it. Which is why Spirit's like, how about you just quiet your mind, relax. Because with the Knight of Pentacles, there's work to be done. There's some action that this person needs to take. But this is so appropriate to me because it's like their mind is battling their desire to move forward. They want to move forward and their mind holds them back. And so it's creating this clash. With the Wheel of Fortune, this could be somebody who's at a really low spot right now. This makes actually more sense as the collective goes. The thing about this is, if this person may have shifted their life in a big way, they may be suffering for it, right? They chose to live life a certain way, and they may be struggling financially now, or if they're not struggling financially, maybe they had to cut off people they love and they feel lonely. Because this part of the card gives a little bit the energy of despair. Even then, there's something blossoming though. And to move into the bright side of the card, they have to acknowledge, winter is necessary, right? Winter is necessary so that the earth has energy for spring and for summer. So autumn and winter are just necessary parts of life. That's why the Wheel of Fortune is about sometimes we're up and sometimes we're down, and sometimes we're up and sometimes we're down. This is somebody who's going through a down part of their life, but it's necessary. There's something about it that they're taking lessons from. And I feel like this is somebody who's not okay with it. Life has shifted. It's shifting their mindset. It's supposed to, right? But they're just like on this obsessive loop of, I'm done. I'm not okay. I'm not okay. I'm not okay. Things are not okay. Let's see. Clarify Page of Swords. Ooh. There's the Wheel of Fortune again. There, Knight of Pentacles again. King of Wands. The World and, Five of Swords. Okay. With the Page of Cups. Whatever this new thing is, it's opening up several doors. Page of Swords, it's opening up new thought processes. And Page of Cups, it's opening up to a new emotion. Something that this person had never felt before. Now, this is normally, they're showing up as a King of Wands. This is normally somebody who's a leader. They are the person who hands out, they're the person that delegates. They know that, to get a project accomplished, you've got to have a team. So this is somebody who works well with other people, right? Wheel of Fortune has put him in a place where he's at the very beginning of a whole new area of his life. Which is, again, I knew Saturn was involved. There's a lesson here. But this could be somebody who's very used to being at the top. Almost like, what's that movie called? It has the name Prada in it, I think. There's this movie out there. It's a really old movie. I watched it when I was a teenager, but it's a movie about these girls who are really famous and they're in the fashion industry, and then they lose everything and they end up with nothing. Where they used to be spoiled and basically entitled and all these things, going through that moment of having nothing taught them a lot of lessons that they needed. They appreciated it later. They rose again. And I feel like this is similar to that. Somebody here has fallen and they feel defeated. They feel humiliated, like I'm starting back with nothing. They're going through some loss. But with the World card here and the Wheel of Fortune, this person is being protected. They're being watched over, but they don't feel that way because they're not in a great spot right now. But there's something here. This is meant to teach them something. With the Page of Swords, they're meant to learn a new way of thinking. And there's a new emotion. I don't know what, we'll see in a minute, because I'm sure it'll say more, but there's something else that they're understanding. Clarify the Devil. Clarify the Devil. Six of Swords. The Empress. Ooh. Ten of Swords. Somebody here may have lost their Empress. This is what they're obsessed with. They're obsessed with the fact that this Empress pushed them away. Seven of Wands. They feel like she's getting out of reach. She has ended the connection, and they feel betrayed. They feel, I'm sure the Four of Cups is going to come up at some point. That's why the Five of Swords is here. Their pride, their ego has been hurt. They feel they can't let go of this idea. It's like, that's the idea that's new to them. The idea that, is she letting me go? King of Wands, it's like they were so sure. The King of Wands is so charismatic and sexy. It's like he was absolutely certain that this was their Empress. And she's releasing them. They're just like obsessed. This thought loop keeps going in their mind. She's releasing you. She's releasing you. It's like they can't believe it. Clarify Knight of Wheels. That looks pretty definite to me. Clarify Knight of Wheels. Ah, I see. The Ace of Cups. This King of Wands, we're going to call him a King of Wands. Even though he showed up as a page, he's a King of Wands for now. They're trying to understand what went wrong. What changed to such a degree that the Empress decided to end? They're trying to understand it. But see, they're not really, though. Because at the Two of Swords, there's things that they don't want to admit. They're trying to be here like, this is what they're focusing on. We were happy. She made me feel emotions I had never felt before. She told me I made her feel emotions she had never felt before. And yet, she betrayed me. She ended things with me. I haven't done anything wrong. And this tells me that's a big fat lie. This tells me that they are in denial of their part in this. They are not ready to face their role. You know, I was just having a conversation about this recently with somebody about how most people who get so angry at the idea of somebody else letting them go will never recognize what role they played because they want to be able to blame the other person. I believe there was love on both sides, and I believe that both people did feel things, but if an Empress is cutting a situation, she knows it's for her highest and best good. Clarify Wheel of Fortune. Clarify the Wheel of Fortune. And the fact that the Two of Wands is here tells me there was a lot of conflict between the... Ooh, wow. The Tower. Clarify the Tower. I mean, Wheel of Fortune. Temperance. Clarify the Wheel of Fortune. I knew it. I knew it. Tell me how I knew this card was going to come out. There's the Two of Wands again. Her guides, her spirit guides, were the ones that advised her to step away. Because the Tower happens when obsession happens. You see how this is number 15? The Tower is what? Number 16. The Tower happens when something here is happening that is not okay. Codependency is forming, obsession is forming, the tower's going to hit. Boom. Because she needed to go back to a place, this is number 14, which is before the devil. She needed to go back to a place of balance. And this person feels rejected. This person feels like, okay, so for some people with the Hierophant here, this person thought that they were going on their way to commitment, or they thought that they saw this Empress as like a guide, somebody that was helping them. And then all of a sudden, boom. They feel like out of nowhere, things changed. I don't think it was out of nowhere. There's no such thing as out of nowhere, things changed. But this makes them feel better. Thinking of this way makes them feel better. So, gotta be honest, I don't think they're gonna change that mentality anytime soon. But let's see. Let's look at the next set. Next set. 7 of Cups, 2 of Cups, King of Wheels, King of Pentacles, and the 6 of Pentacles, or the 6 of Wheels, with the Sun, and 10 of Wands. So this king was going through a lot, and the Empress was the sun to them. She was like this breath of fresh air. In fact, they might have felt pretty, because this King of Swords has this energy of coldness. He might have felt very, you know how when you're in the cold for a long time, you start feeling like you don't want to move. You don't have a lot of action. You're very, your body starts getting stiff because you just want to stay warm. I feel like that's how this person was before she came into their life. They were overwhelmed. The thing is, in this particular 10 of Wands, this person is making their life unnecessarily difficult. Because tell me, why has he got to wear a blindfold? Why is he trying to walk with a blindfold on, carrying all of this? So this tells me that this king was making their life unnecessarily difficult. And then this Empress came in like a breath of fresh air, warmth, sunshine, joy, happiness. And they fell in love. But I don't think that this was going anywhere. It's like they enjoyed the connection. 2 of Cups. They felt like this is an amazing connection. But with the 7 of Cups, the 7 and the 2 is the 9 of Cups, which is also beneath the King of Swords. This is just something that they were enjoying. This tells me that they might have had a commitment elsewhere. So they couldn't give to her when they had a whole other thing going on over here. Let's see. Clarify 7 of Cups. Ace of Pentacles. Clarify 7 of Cups. King of Pentacles. Wow. Okay. 7 of Pentacles. With this one fell out first. The Emperor, 10 of Swords, 8 of Cups, the Devil, 8 of Wands. So here's what makes this so interesting to me. This King of Pentacles is obsessed with the thought loop that this Empress stepped out of their life, right? 7 of Pentacles. This tells me that they didn't actually invest in her, though. 7 of Pentacles is like they were thinking about it. They were weighing out the pros and cons about whether this would be a good investment for them. And when she leaves, that's when they decide, I was about to give you something. I was about to offer you something. But here's the real clincher, guys. Seven of Cups, she wasn't the only one that they were considering. They were considering several people, possibly 7 options. I don't think it was that many. Could have been 3 or 4. But they were considering several options. She was just one of these options. She was the one that brought them sunlight. She was the one that brought them warmth, happiness. And they felt like they were in love. But if we're being completely honest, if you truly love somebody, would you be entertaining other people? I don't think so. I don't think so. So her guides that were trying to protect her were the ones that told her, you need to let this person go. Even though she felt this is Emperor energy. This person will commit to me. They weren't. And when she ended things and she walked away, now they're sitting here claiming that they're obsessed, that they were always obsessed. No, they weren't. Because see, the thing about this is that when Spirit gives us advice, it tells us things because Spirit sees everything. We only know what this person is telling us. We only know what they decide to share. And Spirit's like, no. I'm telling you, cut this person loose. And then once they cut them loose, now they're sitting here like, I was obsessed with you. I was going to give you something. That wasn't what then why hadn't they given it to her before? Clarify 2 of Cups. Sounds like a lot of bullshit to me. 3 of Pentacles, 4 of Wands. Knight of Cups. Look at this. Again, 7 of Cups. I'm going to tell you something that just came to me with this. And there's a High Priestess. You'll know if this resonates with you or not. Your higher self will tell you if this resonates with you. With the 7 of Cups here, it could be that the whole time this King of Pentacles Emperor was in love with the Empress. But you know which astrological placement is connected to the 7 of Cups? Scorpio Venus. And Scorpio Venus has a spectrum. Just like every other placement, it has a spectrum, right? It can be on the spectrum of the most loyal, the most devoted, and it can also be on the other end of the spectrum of wanting power. And what I'm feeling with this is that this king, this emperor, because they did possibly have an obsession with her, but it showed up in an unhealthy way, they were bringing in those other 3-4 people, not because they cared about those people, but because they wanted to see her reaction. They wanted to see her get jealous. They wanted to see her in devil energy. And I think she was reacting that way because with the devil, we had the Empress, remember? But it was followed by the 10 of Swords. Her spirits were like, cut that off. Cut that off. Do not let somebody provoke you that way. Then this person's over here saying, you left right when I was going to offer you something. But they weren't playing fair. They were trying to build a foundation with her. But the whole time that they were building this foundation, they were still being sweet talkers and smooth talkers to 3-4 other people. That's not love. That's not devotion. And I'm going to tell you something. Interestingly enough, this person keeps portraying themselves as a King of Pentacles, but they also have shown up as a Knight of Pentacles twice. I feel like this person thinks that they're a King of Pentacles. They think that they are one of the most devoted people out there. But I think that the whole point, that the reason that this is happening is because this person needs to learn what true commitment is. They need to learn that true commitment isn't about hedging your bets, or it's like they were treating this connection the way people treat business mergers, right? Business negotiations, an auction. You can have this if you offer me this much. But look, these people are offering me more. You sure you're going to offer me this, or you're going to raise it? Oh, okay. You're raising it? Well, I'm going to tell these people that you're offering this. Let's see if they offer me more. That's not how you approach love. This person is approaching love, and that may be why they're showing up with King of Pentacles energy, because this is not loyalty. This person could be approaching love in a very transactional way. Like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to offer this. What are you going to offer? Oh, okay, well, I'm going to see if anybody else offers me more. That's not what love is. So there's two different things that they were doing. One, they were keeping their options open to see if anybody else made them more happy than this Empress did. And two, meanwhile, it served a duality of purpose. See if she gets jealous. See if she reacts. See if she gets upset. Which is not mature. Clarify King of Wheels. Page, see? This person keeps showing up with an assortment of pages and knights. King of Wands. Clarify King of Wheels. And the Moon. Wow. The Queen of Pentacles. This person is showing up with the King of Wands, the greediest of all the kings. So I don't think that they understand what they even did wrong. Because with the Moon card, this is coming from their subconscious. If you were to ask this person, they would say, well, I'm just, I was just, those are friends. They weren't even, anything serious. She just took it that way. There's a saying in Spanish, tira la piedra y avienta la piedra y esconde la mano. Which means they throw the stone and then hide the hand that threw it. So it's like this is a person that does things like that. Passive aggressively will do things, take actions to make the Empress upset, and then say, but I'm devoted. I didn't do anything wrong. You're imagining it, which is also manipulative, which is why this is here. This is a survival tactic this person learned, but it's coming from their subconscious, so they're not even aware of it. They're not aware that they're doing this. Now, if somebody would do this to them, they would lose their shit because they're the Emperor. But she's showing up with Queen of Pentacles, which means she does know commitment. She knows how to give devotion. They loved that. But they were just testing. They were just checking to see if anybody else was going to give more than her. So the Empress cutting them off was because her spirit guides told her, you don't need to be around this. If this is your person, they will decide that you are their person. And they're going to stop playing these little games. Let's see the Six of Wheels, because this is about, generosity, giving equally. Clarifying Six of Wheels. Judgment. King of Cups. And five. Oh, I was going to say. Yep. Seven of Swords. Why is this emperor or king doing this? Because they're insecure. They don't feel worthy of her. At their core, although this may be somebody who presents themselves as an emperor, who presents themselves as this big shot, this emotion, this deep emotion that they're feeling for her, it makes them feel really insecure. So they sabotage it. They do things to push her away. It's almost like this person has abandonment issues. And this has awoken that within them. This deep emotion that they feel for her. Okay, so let me explain this. Normally, somebody who has Emperor energy, somebody who has King of Pentacles energy, most people would see it as a privilege to be in a relationship with that person. And I think that they're used to treating life that way. They're used to people coming to them like, oh my God, this would be such a great person to marry, because they know that they're a catch in a lot of ways. But with an Empress, it means that they're an equal. It means that it's mutual. The privilege, the love is mutual. The respect, the admiration is mutual. And somehow that is threatening to this person, in the sense that they're thinking, I can't trust her because she doesn't need me. Like, they're used to being needed. They're used to possibly people running after them, begging them to be with, things like that. That was proof of that to them. Okay, this person won't leave. But with her, who is an Empress, she's not going to do that. In fact, she showed up with the sun energy. She's confident. She loves herself. She radiates this beautiful energy, and she possibly gets a lot of attention just like they do. And they don't like that. So they're in this energy of like, okay, well, I'm going to sabotage it. Six of Pentacles can also be, you see how this is like a woman handing a child a little apple, breadcrumbing somebody, giving them very little, because they were worried that she would abandon them. So they're just going to destroy it. But when they are destroying it, and her guides are like, cut this connection, let them go. And she does, then they're upset, because they don't actually want to lose her. Oh, Lord. That's probably why the advice is like, you need to sit really still. Because I think in stillness is where this person is going to find the answers. In stillness is when their subconscious is going to say, okay, this is what I've been doing. This is how I've been hurting this person. And now I'm hurt because she doesn't want to be near me. Even though I know it was mutual. Did I do this to myself? Did my behavior cause her reaction? It's a good question. So let's stop part 1 here. If you want to watch part 2, the link for the signing up to the monthly membership is down below. If you've already signed up and you're trying to find part 2s, there's another link down below, which will take you to my Facebook page. Click on that. It'll take you to ArtesanaDivina Facebook page. Click, once you get there, you'll see subscribers hub. Click on that. That's where the part 2s are at, okay? And if this is where we are to part, then please make sure to react to the video, comment, even if it's just a little emoji. And I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.